So I've just finished listening to all the BBC Sound documentary of Viv Graham. Very, very impressed. I had a minute part. I was obviously asked to kind of relay back knowledge of the Lee Duffy scenario. And I use that word scenario because it never happened. And in fact, obviously the BBC decided on using any of the Duffy stuff. I think I was in a small part of kind of what was in the Alan Thompson book, because Viv did look after a couple of the young players. The kind of Lee Clarks, your Steve Watsons. Certainly Alan Thompson. I know there was like a handful. I don't know if Steve Howie was one. So he's very, very good to them. And I just kind of told him about an incident in the Queen's Head pub, I think it was. But yeah, really, really impressed with Ben Robinson. Lovely, lovely man. Lovely to work with. The enigmatic Livy Haydock. Really, what's the word? Really infectious character, lovely girl, and she has got a big future. No, we had a joke. Kind of Livy's seen as kind of the poor man's Stacey Dooley, but no, she's. I know she will find that joke funny, but she's. I like her energy, and yeah, she's. She does her research, and she's got one of them voices that you just, you'd let your children, you'd let her read your children bedtime stories. Lovely, lovely girl. And I was really, really impressed with the whole project. So I was asked probably the start of the year. And excuse me, I've been on nights last night. I haven't been to sleep yet. And I listened to the Paul Massey one before I so I did kind of 4 days behind the scenes. I kind of put them in touch with even people they didn't use, but there was one or two they did use, like your Nick Manners, whose book's coming out this year. The pathologist who examined Lee Duffy's body was in actual fact the guy who examined Viv Graham's body over 2 years later. And one or two others, they probably wouldn't want me to name. But overall, it was a huge success. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And, I enjoyed listening to Viv Graham Jr., the lovely Anna Connolly. And maybe now they kind of feel a little bit better. Now they've kind of, 30 years on, spoke out in how they actually wanted. The one thing you could kind of hear, I just listened to it in bed, and you could just hear the emotions coming out, and it was really captivating. Really, some of the stories were really sobering to listen to. Yeah. His name's certainly come up in various books of mine, and will continue to. I don't think the interest will diminish anytime soon. Certainly in my lifetime, just the interest in the figures like your Lee Duffy, your Viv Graham, your Paul Sykes, your and so on. They're absolutely great. I wish some of my boxing ones and football ones would grab the public's attention like some of the underworld figures have. But yeah, it's just not meant to be. I think it's human nature that it kind of fascinates us the straight goes. What makes someone grow up to be like that and live out a life like that? For most of us, it's one could only imagine, and I think that's where the interest is. But BBC, Ben Robinson, Livy Haydock, absolute take a bow guys, Wonderful what you did, and I hope it's a huge success. God bless you both. Anything you ever need, you've got my number. And dog, behave. And the dog tried to sabotage the video, rolling about. But I do like dogs more than humans. But yeah, anyone who wants to give it a listen, I'm going to put the link for BBC Sounds Spotify in the video to this, in the bio to this video. So I seriously, highly would recommend listening to, really professional. You can just drift off and in your mind, yeah. I was in the big market in the early 90s. It was so gripping. It was really enthralling, shall we say. But yeah, well done, guys. Thank you so much for asking me to be part of a wonderful... the dog needs a wee, so I'm going to have to go. Cheers.